Well, while most of the world is talking about working from home forever, we're in perhaps maybe the coolest new office in sports right now. It's the LA NFL facility just outside of SoFi Stadium, and we have the distinct pleasure here at SVG to be joined by NFL Media's Dave Shaw and Bruce Goldfeder. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time and showing us around your gorgeous facility here. It's been a real pleasure. Dave, let's start with you. Give us the high-level stats of what you kind of just walked us through for the viewers at home. The big upgrade since you guys have moved over from Culver. This place is really spectacular.
Thanks, Brandon. No, I appreciate you coming out. Yeah, we're pretty happy with the new facility. I mean, we kind of put our flag in the sand and have 5 stages here, and control rooms, podcast, VO booth. It's a great facility, but mostly it's for our people. I think the people who are working here, like you said, return to work. You want to have a place that that's pretty awesome to work at, and rarely do you get the opportunity to start from zero. Mm-hmm. We've been at this for quite a few years, but to actually have it come through for this year, it's been a special project. It's been a long project, but it's been a very special project, and I think our employees are really enjoying the space.
Yeah, I can definitely see why, having walked around the facility so far. Bruce, you're someone who's worked in the sports television industry for quite some time, and we were just saying how, an opportunity to work on a facility like this, even for someone who's a veteran in the industry, still feels like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Long career at CBS, now you're here with the NFL. What's it been like to be a part of this thing, like Dave said, from zero?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Having a sports stadium right next to you and giving you the opportunity to make it an extension of your facility was also a very great opportunity. We cabled the whole Hollywood Park compound and stadium so that it can be an extension of our facility.
And this place is still very much underway. You said the integrators are probably going to still be in here, maybe into the holidays. But we talked about the connectivity to SoFi. You were mentioning connectivity to every stadium in the league, every practice facility in the league. And what's it like managing all of that connectivity in a centralized hub like this?
Well, it takes a team of people. What we do in my department is really try to make sure everything's available for everyone all the time, that everybody can do their jobs. I mean, we have a world-class newsroom, a world-class technical operations center. Our production team is, no one better than them. And then, if you give them the facilities and the tools to work with, they do an outstanding job. So that's, my goal is to make sure everything's available at all times for everyone.
Sure. And Dave, you've said that future-proofing was obviously a big deal, and that's a thing that you hear a lot of people in the industry. You see that thrown around anytime someone builds a facility, but it really feels like you have walking through here. It's an IP, potential for 4K. We're talking about Dolby Atmos, the potential for all of those things. Not necessarily doing them all, but the potential truly is for it to all be there. You said you're at least going to be in this place for 20 years, so it seemed like it made sense to make some sizable investments for, like you said, future-proofing.
No, I think you're right, Brandon. I think the media business and the group is changed, right? It's you need to have high end. So we have the big studio potential. We have 4K up to 8K. We can scale with the 2110. But we can shoot like this. We can shoot, right? We could do podcasts, and we're ready for that. We're ready for small production, big production. I mean, as Bruce said, our production team is awesome, and all our content creators, right? No matter which channel you're doing it, for our linear channel, for our digital channels, for all the output, and we're poised right now. If you're NFL, we're connected. It doesn't matter who our partner is. We can do it with our partners. We can do it for the NFL Network. We could do it for all our NFL media partners, and I think we've built it with that in mind.
Yeah, Bruce, real quickly on the IP factor of this, with 2110 existing today, if you were starting this project today, that would be a much easier prospect, I would imagine. There's still a lot of things that are being worked out in the IP world, but this is a facility that has been 5-6 years in the making. When you guys started, IP was in a very, very different place. How challenging was it building this as an IP facility while IP was essentially growing up?
Fortunately, at the NFL, we have one of the premier IT departments in any of the sports television networks. They're amazing. So we teamed up with them with our broadcast prowess and our IT groups, which is they're all over the country. We were able to design the facility with an IP infrastructure that is resilient and scalable. It couldn't have been done without the partnership of every single area at the NFL.
All right, and lastly, Dave, the elephant in the room, the Super Bowl is going to be here. It's going to be across the street. That was one of the big advantages in the early days. The facility is still under process, but will mostly be done by then. So when you talk about the advantages of literally having the newest NFL stadium right across the street from you at your media home, what advantages are you hoping, if you can give a little bit of a preview for folks at home, what you're hoping to accomplish Super Bowl week?
Oh, yeah, I think when we designed the place and kind of knew Super Bowl was coming, I mean, our whole target was to get everybody in before the season began, because you don't want to move people in mid-season, and we knew we had the Super Bowl right behind us. So as Bruce mentioned, all the connectivity that we have right through to the stadium, we'll take advantage of that so we can be in multiple locations, not needing a truck. We have fiber direct right into here. We'll take advantage of a lot of the locations we picked out across the lake. We'll be out here on our demo field. We'll be a good showcase, and with that, we'll have all sorts of groups are going to take advantage of our space with us. We have our social group. The social influencers are planning on some big things here. We have our network, normal linear coverage, which we're like 80 hours live before the Super Bowl begins. Then we have all our digital teams have all sorts of ideas of different shows that we'll do right from here, and we'll get all over the campus with the mobile. We have mobile units that work all around that Bruce and his team kind of designed. So our programming, you'll see similarities to the length of time. We're one big pregame before the game, and you'll see it. I think you'll see it all take place here. We're pretty excited.
All right, Dave, Bruce, thank you so much for taking the time. Gorgeous facility, fantastic work on everything you've done. Really appreciate the time, and congratulations on it.
Yeah, thank you, Brad.
And thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And if you want to go even deeper, if you want to get into the real tech nitty-gritty, there's a fantastic 2-part series on the Sports Video Group website now that you can go check out. So we're just scratching the surface here. You can get into all the gear and all the specifics of this fantastic facility here in Los Angeles. For more from Sports Video Group, head on over to our site at sportsvideo.org.